Hello and welcome back to All the Mods 8, Episode 2. Today we're going to focus on refined storage. As you could tell from the last episode, we really filled up our chest really fast, and an inventory system is really important to have. It comes with functional drawers, I believe, as the mod, but I installed the storage drawers mod. I like that one better, so I added that to it. And all you do is you go into your the mod pack and you hit the three buttons and then you say add more content and scroll through, and I added cyclic and I added functional the storage drawers, those two mods. And cyclic is going to be important, and I'll show you why, but that's just a fun mod to have as well. I'm surprised they didn't add it in. So let's get started here. I found out if you right click on him, he'll hop out of your bed. You don't have to punch him to get him out of there or break your bed. We'll sleep away the night real quick, and we'll head outside. And as you can tell, this has all been changed. I've cleaned everything up. I have a farm going over there. I was tree farming here, but I'll explain how I've got rid of that and automated that process as well. And then down here is where I went mining, and you're going to be doing a lot of mining at first, just as kind of a normal setup. So let's go down in here. And while I was mining, I found glowstone. And I needed glowstone because of the refined storage system. That's one of the components. And I'll show you how I found that. I was just going down here. I built all this, and I was mining away. And I had come to this area right here. So it was nice, and I was just like, okay, let's see if I'll go over there and knock that out. Let's see. Almost can reach it. And it gives you 4 glowstone. Great. So I hop back up here. And we'll go back up. That's pretty deep. Oh boy. So let's start making the refined storage system, which I've already made. I'm going to make a whole nother system, so I won't leave you behind. Okay, so we're going to go right in here. The first thing I wanted to do was, well, I said I'm going to need this item right here, a controller for the refined storage system. We're also going to need a crafting grid and a disk drive. I said, okay, I can do all that. So let's take a look at the very first thing. We'll pull it up, and we're going to say, what's the recipe for this? So I hit R. E is for me, use, if you use an item, but R is it'll show you the recipe. Here it is. And right away I came to quartz, enriched iron. I was like, oh boy, and silicon. Okay, let's take a look at these. And oh boy, it was quite a few. Machine housing, all these things. So let's take a look at the recipe just for the silicon. Okay, that doesn't look like a way. What about smelting? Smelting nether quartz. So I was like, okay, I have to get nether quartz. What's the recipe on that? Doesn't look anything good. What about that? No. So then I went through here. And the crushing macerator. Okay, interesting. That's from cyclic, though. Induction smelter. Nope. And I went through, and I found... Let's find it right here. None of those. So then I came over here and I said, well, what about, we still want this. So what's the recipe for that? Pulverizer. I said the pulverizer can make it with granite. Well, I'd found a lot of granite into the pulverizer. So I said, okay, now I gotta make a pulverizer. We'll pull that up. And let's find the recipe on that one. Where is it up there? Pulverizer. We'll just go like that. There it is. What's the recipe on that? Easy stuff. Copper we can do. We found the copper down there. We got that. What about the sticky piston? Oh, I did find some slime balls, so be very careful with these. The more you find out of the chest, the better off you are, and you're gonna need. Don't use these for anything else. There is a way to work your way up to these without going to a slime island, but be careful with those, okay? So I said, okay, I can make the pulverizer, and I did. Then I said, well, how can I power it? You could power it with a Stirling generator or a Stirling dynamo, and then you could put coal in here or coal blocks, and that's kind of important. But it only burns one coal and gives you 16,000 RF. As opposed to a coal generator. So let's do the coal generator. Coal generator. No problem. Here it is. There we go. Iron plates, some iron and that. So how do you make the iron plates? You could do it just like this. And not a problem at all. So we make this, the iron plates. And we'll take a quick look around here. No problem. We can make the iron plates or a coal generator. And then we said, oh, we got to do pipes. I used the pipes mod to give it power. So we're going after this right here. We want to be able to put granite in there and get quartz dust. So let's take a look at the pipes. Now this is all stuff that you're going to need anyways. So, well, it seems a little bit convoluted just to go up to the refined storage. You're going to use all this anyways. Or you may. There's different ways you could do it. You could power it with mechanism as well. I like the pipes one. It's going to take redstone blocks, iron, not a problem. We found all that when we went mining, and you're going to mine anyways. So now we've got the quartz dust. Let's find out what to do with this. So I said, what are the uses for it? An enrichment chamber. Bingo. There's our nether quartz without going there. So I said, okay, an enrichment chamber. Throw that in there. Not a problem at all. So now we know how to get the quartz. And let's find out how we make an enrichment chamber as well. Just like this. Okay, so we were saying, okay, I can make this, I can make that, I have those. What about the steel casing? Well, I'm going to need steel. I found osmium, and I made that in glasses from sand. So I said, okay, how can I make the steel? We're going to put that up there by pressing A on there. It pops it over there for us. So how can I make the steel? We can do steel dust. How do I make the steel dust? And I can just get A just by reversing it. Iron dust. Well, how can I make iron dust? And this is an iron hammer. We could do it that way. What about a metallurgic infuser? Some coal and some enriched iron. How do I do enriched iron? Oh, so it's coal and regular iron. So we make the metallurgic infuser, and we'll pop some in here, and we'll put some iron there. We'll put half. Okay. So that turns it into enriched iron. We'll take this back out as it does it. Bang. And now I want to take this enriched iron, and I put it back in here as well. And now we get steel, which is really nice. We should get enriched. Let's find out. Steel dust. Perfect. So we're going to put this back in there, let that do its thing. And the metallurgic infuser is right here. That only takes these items. They make it pretty nice, pretty easy stuff. So we were able to do all that. We were able to get the steel, and then you take the steel and you put it in a regular furnace. So now we have the steel. We have all that. We're in good shape. So I said, okay, now I want to make. So if you do all these steps, you make the coal generator, you make a pulverizer, you'll get tons of this. And this is without going to the nether, and you need these items anyways. All of a sudden we've got quartz now. And enriched iron, which we put back in there for the steel to make this. Alright, so we're in good shape. So we come back over here, and we're just gonna, this is the completed system with the storage drawers. And let's find out how we make this item right here. We're gonna do recipe. Quartz enriched iron. Easy, we have that. So, oops. So we have that now. So let's just make some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them, let's say. Hold shift and go like this, it spreads them out. And now we have quartz enriched iron. We're in great shape. Clear that out. Okay, let's find out if we can make it. We have the quartz enriched iron, the machine casing is quartz enriched iron. We'll go and we can make that, no problem now. What are we stuck on? We're stuck on, what about these? No problem. We just put them in here. And let's see if we've got some cooked up. We don't. We'll go ahead and put a small stack in, not that one. So far, nothing crazy or tricky. And as you cook these down, I'll show you what they turn into. And I've already cooked up a lot of these. Oh, silicon right there. That's how you make those. And you'll want to do a lot of those. And that's just from the granite through the quartz enriched. And all of a sudden we've got the nether quartz right there from granite. So let's find out what the recipe is on this one again. So we have that. What about this thing? Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky and you're going to need a lot of these. Let's find out the recipe for this. Oh, it wants a raw advanced process and then cook them. Okay, we know how to make that. We got the silicon. You're going to need diamonds, so you're going to be going down and mining as well. And then these things, these processor bindings. I'm going to put that at the top of the list here. Let's find out how we can make that. There's the slime balls again, so definitely be careful with, you know, as you find these are really important. Now, I'll give you 8 of these, which is good. So let's go find out how we can do the string and the slime balls. We know the slime balls are, I just found them. There is a way to make them, but it's kind of convoluted. I'm working on that as we speak anyways. The string, we can do that one of 2 ways. Well, one of multiple ways, but let's see if we can hop that guy out of there, sleep away that, and get rid of that rainy noise. There we go. And it should stop raining now. There it goes. Right over here, you can do it with hemp, or you can do it with these. And we'll replant that. And it gives you these supplementary, give you these. You could do it with hemp, 3 hemp, make it as well. Here's the different recipes right here. You could do it with hemp fibers, or you could do it with this as well. Just like that. Now we've got string. Another way you could do it is, let's find out here. Let's find out. Oops. We'll go like that. Another way we could do it. We'll feed these guys and get more of them. Definitely want a lot of wool and string, so we'll do that. Just feed them all. And I'm trimming them up. I get 2 this way instead of killing them. Get more, just like that. And I have step assist on my boots that I found, so we're in good shape there. And let's put these away. And I'll explain that belt later as well in another episode. That's a nice handy tool. We're going to put this away. I have a backpack now, so I can just put it right up there just to clean that up. And we're going to do a squeezer. A squeezer, here's the recipe for that. Very easy to make. There we go. Block of iron is the little bit expensive, but it's easy. We're going to put it right here. Also, extra seeds in a composter give you bone meal, so I've been putting my extra seeds in there, just like that. And as you fill it up, boom, out pops of bone meal. Here's a pressure plate. And where's our wool? Right here. Didn't mean to split that. Pop some wool in there, hop up on here, and literally hop up on it. And out pops the string. Step on that, resets, pop some more wool in there. Easy stuff. Now we have tons of string. So, we're back to this. We said, okay, how can we make these? We have that. We'll make 8 of them. There they are. And we'll do the recipe now. Okay, so we have these. We make that. Boom, boom, boom. We'll click one of those. We'll do another one. Did 2. We come over here and cook them. We'll cook them down here. There's some food. The acorns I use as food now. Oh, cook this one over. Oh, there we are. We already made some. That's good. I already cooked some off. Just prior to starting the episode. So now we can make this thing, I believe. We have the advanced processors, the quartz enriched iron. I'll do the recipe for that as well, right here. We've made the machine, which is the quartz enriched iron with the block in the middle there. So we make it, and there we go. So now we have that. Now I want to make the, let's do the disk drive next. Here it is. That's the recipe, quartz enriched iron. We've already made that, a chest, and the steel block. We know how to do all those things. There it is, quartz enriched iron again. So that's why I've been putting a lot of granite in there and getting the quartz to make the quartz enriched iron. And we'll go ahead and make this. Pop that in our system. And we'll make that. Now we have this and this. Well, we're getting there already. What about the crafting grid? Oh boy. Crafting grid is made up of, do the recipe for this one, an advanced processor, one of the regular crafting table, and a grid. Well, if you hover over that, I don't have the regular grid, so let's make that. So I left click on that, and it says this is what it's made of. I'm missing, I already made these, which are made just like this, and I cooked those off. Push backspace and go back to this, but it tells me what I'm missing. I'm missing the machine casing. I'll make another one of those and toss it in there. And I'll left click on the crafting grid, the regular grid. Now I just need one of these and one of these. A construction core is made out of basic, which is this right here, cooked up. So let's do that. And a glowstone, and we found the glowstone over there. We'll put this one in here. And what else do we need? Now we're down to one item. It's a basic processor, which we know how to make. With that, we'll pop that in there. We'll left click on the grid. We'll make the grid, pop that in there. And now we have all three components. We're in good shape. We'll put it right here. All right, now we've made some progress already. So now we have this. Well, we need to be able to connect it to a bunch of things. Otherwise, it's just going to go all in our storage drives. Now, the storage drives are, let's make that. Let's make one of these. Here's a 1K storage disk. That's a small one. All right, let's find out the recipe on that. I have all the components for it, but let's find out what it is. Glass, enriched iron, and this. That's actually easy to make. Quartz, boom, boom, boom. So let's find out how we can do that. We'll just make one of these 1K storage disks. Right here. There we go. Now we should, let's pop all this stuff back into our storage. And there we go. Now it's kind of cleaned everything up. And we'll even put our food away in our backpack. There we go. And let's go ahead and make this mini storage, refined storage system in here. And then you can turn it into this as we go along. All right, so we're going to need this. All right, so I pop that down. Then I'll put the crafting grid right there. This right here. And I'll put the disk in. So now we have 1K of possible storage. But it's not really connected to anything. So let's do that as well. We're going to make the cables. A regular cable and an external storage. Let's find out how to make that. Here's the regular cable. Here's the external storage. So let's find out. It's going to take a destruction core, a construction core, and an improved processor. And at any time, you guys can pause the video and just, once you make these things, you can do it. So we're missing this and that. So let's make the cable. Pop that in there. We have all these things. That's easy to do. We'll throw it right in there. So we made the cables. And now we're going to make this. We'll put one there. And one in there. And left click on that. And this is why it's important to actually have this whole, it's really nice to be able to craft like this because you have access to everything. And we're going to go refine, oops, to be able to find that cable easily, any kind of things. These are all our refined storage items now. And there's the cable. We'll take that out as well. And we're going to get one chest. And that's going to simulate the storage drawers, which will be on another episode. But you can, if you're familiar with storage drawers, that's just a drawer controller, and that ends up connecting all of these as long as they're touching. And on the corners, if you want to turn a corner, you put a slave controller right there, and then you can turn a corner, and these will all be connected as well. And then you can see every item. Otherwise, your disks are going to fill up pretty fast on certain things. You're going to have thousands of certain items, and they'll be filling up quite fast. But it's nice. I like doing it this way. So let's go do it. We're going to pretend that this is our entire drawer controller storage system. Okay, we'll put it one more back. Let's break that and put it one farther back so we can actually see the difference. We'll put it right there. Then I'm going to put the external storage right there. I'm going to put the priority on that higher. That way, when you're putting stuff in, it won't go to the disk first. It's going to try to look in here first if there's a higher priority. And then you got to press the set button as well. So now that's a higher priority. We'll connect it in there. And we have no power. So now let's figure out the power. What I did was, we have the coal generator. So let's go find out how we make that. You could do the Stirling Dynamo. That's a little easier to make, but it's really I compared the two, and the coal generator is almost 2.5 times more efficient than the Stirling Dynamo. And I don't even really need to run this whole system. You don't even need a battery with it because it has 500K internal storage as well. So here we go. And this only takes 12 RF per tick if it just sits there. But as we expand it with this, it goes up to 52 RF per tick. So that's quite a bit. So the coal generator. I might have made one. I did not. So let's find out. We're going to make a coal generator. Right here. Oops, not that one. The RFTools one. There we go. What about a machine frame? So we have the coal. We know how to make those. That's just redstone and a stick. Easy stuff. We'll put one of these in. Let's find out if I might already had one. Nope, I'm missing that one item. As you hover it over and it's green, yellowed out there. We'll put one there. And one here. Now we have a coal generator. Now the only downside, well, there's downsides. A coal generator actually needs charcoal. It doesn't take the blocks. So we'll take as opposed to the Stirling generator. So it would be nice if this thing took blocks. And we're going to open up our backpack. I'm going to get out that tool. And let's see. Right here, I'm going to need this tool as well, the pipe wrench. Okay, so let's find out if we don't need it'd be nice if we don't need it, but we'll do it with an electrical pipe. So we're going to drop that down. We'll put a stack in there. It's already powering up quite fast. Redstone's ignored. We'll put this here, and then you have to actually extract. So I held Shift, right click, and there we go. And now we have a crafting grid. We have the whole system set up. That was, we're up to 24 minutes of explaining, but and then there's a lot to it. So let's go ahead and put, oh boy, scary monster. Just like that. And now we can see that it's in there. Now if I break this, and go like that, now I can't see the stuff that's in there. And we noticed because it's a higher priority, it actually put it back there. Just like that. We're still at, even though we have the items back here, those 29 items, we didn't have anything here in the storage. Once that becomes full or your system becomes full, then it'll do it. One of the tricks I do, I want to actually have a little a relay with a switch here so I don't have to break this. But let's say I want to find out if I'm putting stuff in here incorrectly or it's kind of overflowing or one of these chests are overflowing. I'll break this and I'll look at the highest level stuff like this quartz dust. It's kind of piling up. And that, you know, it's making an impact here. Well, quartz dust, do I have a spot I could put that in? Maybe. Let's try right here. We'll just do it there for now. And then let's put it back on there. And that'll, you know, makes a dent in your issues there. Oh my gosh. That's a first. I haven't seen one of these guys coming around here. I didn't have my weapon out. I'll take it, but he must have come down here. Yeah, I probably, when I went and looked down there, it kind of, you know, woke up the area down there. Might put a little maybe a, I don't know, I'll figure out something. Usually they don't do that. That was the first. I thought maybe it was a villager. But so far, I think that I can actually show you this part. Now this is where it gets a little bit intensive on the usage of power. And that's why I needed 2 of these over here on this. So let's find out how to do this. Wireless. This is going to really make things a lot more interesting, a lot more fun. So, how do we make this? Wireless transmitter. That's why I needed the ender pearls. So you're going to have to hunt down a couple, at least a couple, and then work on ender pearl. And I'll show you a way to get ender pearls in the next episode as well, to get them without going out and hunting them down. And that's through the cyclic mod. So it's important that you have that. I'm really surprised they didn't add it. So we want to do this. We know how to make all this stuff. No problem. So let's put one of those on there. And you notice that we're using 12. As soon as I put this on here, now it's 20. And then there's the recipe for the upgrades. And this upgrades the range by 8 each time, which isn't it's not a lot, but it's pretty significant. And you can expand your the range of this thing even further. So we're going to go like this. Now we're up to 48 blocks, which is amazing. We're using 52 RF per tick, which is a lot, but I'll show you how I'm doing it. I have a tree farm set up, and I'm looking to expand that, so it's really going to pump out the coal. And then I can just fill up this whole thing with coal. And let's find out if we have coal. Right here. No, I don't want to use regular coal. I want to use charcoal. Right here. Oh, I've got tons in there. And if you hold that and hold shift and double click, it should put it all in like that. There we go. So now we have a range, but we don't have anything to do it with. So we want to make one of these wireless crafting grids. Let's do that. A regular grid, enriched iron, one of these, and there you go. So now we made, that's easy to make with a crafting grid. And now I have access. Before, without the upgrades, you have access 16 away, which is pretty far. It's nice to have it in this room. But now I have it really far away. I can craft and do everything as if I'm connected there. Now, the only thing this does take power, but it really expands your ability to make things in different spaces, so it's important. And what I did was I made one of these charging stations. Easy to make. Pop it in there, charges it right up, and it doesn't use much. It's got 1 million FE, so it's not going to run out. These are easy to make as well. Let's pop this in there, that in there, that in there. And this is just showing you how nice it is to have the system like we do. And we're going to pop this here. Hold B. I'm going to no, I don't want to insert that. I like having that out there. Hold V, and this is the tool belt mod. I'll be showing that next. So I'll be showing a lot more things. But we just did this on this episode. We built an entire refined storage system with a remote wireless crafting grid so that we can do it. And I'll just tear all this down. And this is going to be the demo room for different things. There we go. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask down below. And enjoy. Very nice. Very cool. There's so much more that I've already done too. I'll take a quick peek to give you an idea of what we're getting into. Here's the mystical agriculture stuff. Here's all this. This is all automated. It's just dumping out tons of loot for us. Little tree farm set up, cooking away. I'm going to have to expand this and probably double this up. Ars Magica, doing the end stone for the. This is my essentially my Ender Pearl manufacturing area. So I haven't been to the end, and I haven't been to the Nether, and yet it's not holding me back because I have other ways to get there. So with that, I'll see you next episode, and enjoy. Have a good one. Don't take those torches off that spawner back there. Bad things happen.